Hi, Antonio. I'm reading your piece and I really love it so far. A couple things that I wanted to mention, especially in the beginning, is that I really love how you build up the beginning. You kind of like give a little hook. It does make me want to keep reading more. I also want to say that you have really great sentence fluency. I'm noticing a solid um, difference in your sentences. So you have some longer sentences, then you have some short sentences. So overall, you do a good job going back and forth between long and short, which makes the reader sound fluid, which makes it sound natural. It's very effective when it comes to writing. So good job with that. You have that down pretty well. Um, a, a tip that I want to give you here. It was really difficult for me to really visualize actually what was going on. First of all, I had no idea what sport this was. So rather than coming out and saying this was flag football, maybe you can provide provide hints and clues as to what sport this is. So, for example, you want to paint the picture of what a flag football whoops, game looks like, feels like, sounds like, smells like. Yeah, smells. You can talk about the grass. You can talk about the rubber of the football, or the rubber of the flags that you pull off of each other. Tastes like, if there's a taste that you can compare it to. I don't know, maybe you guys um, you know can taste a scent on the football field. I don't know. Find something. I think we need to do a little bit more sensory details scattered throughout your writing, because then we'll get a sense as to what it's like to be on the field. I think there's a lot of action going on in your writing, which means that you can take one sentence and allow the reader to experience it with you. So let me go back to a place in your writing where we can where we can do that. Let's see. So you give a little bit of background information about what it meant to be in what this game was meant for. Um, my coach gave me a great pep talk. I think this is one example of where you can kind of take it. Oops. And I'm going to come down here to kind of take this sentence and make it into something a little bit more detailed and visual for the reader. So my coach gave me a great pep talk. So one way that we can transform this sentence is just to blast it filled with sensory details. You can say, I saw my team huddled up and walked over to join the circle. Now, obviously, what I'm about to say might not be what happened. I'm just using it as an example. You write what you remember happening. You can even kind of brush it up a little bit or make it a little bit more dramatic than what it was, just for purposes of entertaining the reader. It doesn't have to be exactly what happened. My coach, I could hear, now we're talking about hearing, I could hear my coach shouting and revving up our team. Suddenly, I see, or maybe you can say something like, I see his hands flying around, pointing to different parts of the field to focus on. I'm thinking of a coach that's really trying to hype the team up. Suddenly, he starts our team's chant. And I don't know, maybe there's a chant that you guys have. So notice how we focus on what you see, what you hear. Okay, again, what you hear. So instead of telling the reader, just telling us that your coach gave a great pep talk, well, show me that pep talk. okay? Rather than tell me that he gave a great pep talk, show me what that pep talk looked like, sounded like, felt like, all of that. Also this is the whole game. So I want to be able to see the action taking place. I want to see what you were doing on the field. I want to hear what it sounded like when, the flags were ripped off of your, sides, or when you ripped a flag off from somebody else to steal the ball. I want to be able to smell the grass. What kind of a day was it? Was it a rainy day, cold day, a hot day? What were you thinking in those moments? Was your heart beating? Was your heart palpitating? Were you nervous? Show me the pep talk. Show me how you felt in each of those moments. Allow the reader to be there on the field. Okay. So again, really think about your sensory details. That's going to help you show in your writing. Okay, so sensory details, a focus on sensory details will help you show in your writing. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, or if you need a resource, I'll probably try and look for a resource to give you guys to post onto Google Classroom for you to reference to, and as a reminder for sensory details. Okay, so I'm just going to leave all of this here for you in case you want to go back and look at it. But hopefully you watch this video first. Okay, well, let me know if you have questions. Thank you.